Hi everybody, Dr. Stacy Shillington here, and I'm sorry that I'm a little late for my Facebook Live today. The time just slipped away from me. I hope you're all having a wonderful summer, and I hope it's hot wherever you are. Where I am, up here in Muskoka, in Ontario, it's a little chilly today. I tell you, this summer has not exactly been a hot one. And the weather today has inspired the topic for this Facebook Live, which is the best teas, the best herbal teas for acne. And I'm going to share what I usually prescribe to my patients and what I drink myself. Because if you have acne, you know that there are certain things that you should not drink, and namely, those things are beverages that contain sugar. Those things can be pretty much the worst thing you can do for your skin, such as soda pops. Don't drink those. Even the ones that are sugar-free with the artificial sweeteners in them, because the artificial sweeteners can be very toxic to the liver. And as an acne patient, you may not have the most efficient working liver to begin with. So to consume something that aggravates the liver is just going to make your acne worse. A lot of the coffees and the teas that you get at Starbucks and Tim Hortons and other coffee stores, Tim Hortons is what we have in Canada, they are full of sugar. So please, those chai lattes, they're just not going to help your skin at all. In fact, it's going to make it worse. I see a lot of teenagers that have acne and they cut those specialty drinks out of their diet and the acne disappears. And that goes with adults too. So if you can't drink soda pops, if you can't drink specialty teas and coffees, and no juices either, because that is high in sugar and that's just going to really spike your insulin and your glucose levels. And high insulin levels is one of the biggest reasons for acne. So what can you drink? So I can say water, because that is true, that's what you should drink, but there are also a lot of amazing herbal teas that you can drink that not only do they quench their thirst and hydrate you, but they are also extremely medicinal. Their medicinal value goes back for centuries, and they're very affordable. It's one of the most affordable medicines out there, and it really works. Like, you may think herbal teas are kind of a trendy thing, or they're too weak to really have an effect on the body, but having a few cups of the proper herbal tea per day can make a massive difference in your skin. So I have my teas set out here, and I'm just wondering which one I am going to talk about first. And I think I'm going to talk about one of my favorite herbs. Oh yeah, this baby is so dear to my heart. I drink it as often as I can, and it is Tulsi tea. I don't know if you can see that. Tulsi, Tulsi, otherwise known as holy basil. Holy basil is from India, and I love the history of this tea. Ancient yogis used to drink this tea before long periods of meditation. So what this tea does is it deeply relaxes the body while maintaining a state of alertness. So imagine that you're incredibly relaxed but alert at the same time. That is what Tulsi or holy basil tea does to your mood, but it is also an adrenal adaptogen. So if you have acne and you've run blood tests and you know that you have high DHEAS, which is an androgen that contributes to acne, then you know that the origin of your acne is from stress, from your adrenal glands. If you know that, or if you just know that you're a very stressed out person with acne, and sometimes you don't have to do the lab test to know that, then Tulsi is the tea for you. It is an androgen blocker. So it actually blocks androgens. It's an adaptogen, so it helps heal and nourish the adrenal glands, and it is one of the few adaptogens that does not increase androgens. And that is so key, because I know so many of my acne patients have adrenal fatigue, but most of the adaptogens out there are too stimulating for their adrenal glands. But this is one adaptogen that actually really helps to balance cortisol levels, reduces anxiety. It also balances blood sugar, which is huge when you're treating acne, and it also reduces inflammation. They use holy basil a lot in Asia, especially topically too. That's kind of interesting. All right, so holy basil, have a box of this in your cupboard, especially if you're the acne type that gets stressed out a lot. And then there is my other favorite tea, spearmint. Spearmint tea, not peppermint tea. And a great study was done on spearmint tea. And I believe the study had, how many patients? I forget how many people were in the study, but it was women with PCOS. I think it's 42. Anyways, these women were each given 2 cups of spearmint tea per day. And at the end of 6 weeks, their androgen levels were tested, and it was found that those that had consumed the spearmint tea had lower testosterone levels than those that did not. So spearmint tea has been clinically shown to reduce androgen levels in women with PCOS. And many women with acne may have PCOS. So acne is one of the symptoms of PCOS. So spearmint tea, 2 cups a day. This is an amazing tea to have in your cupboard as well. You can always mix these teas as well. So you can have a bag of Tulsi with a bag of spearmint in your tea, and you'll get double the benefits. So holy basil, spearmint, and then nettle. I love nettle. I swear, once you start drinking nettle, your body actually becomes kind of addicted to it, and you crave it. And I keep hearing this from my patients that they're like, oh, I can't stop drinking my nettle tea. I really love it. Which is interesting, because when you first taste it, you're like, maybe it's a little grassy, but it really grows on you. And I believe it grows on you because your body gets addicted to all the nutrients in nettle tea. It is so rich in vitamins and minerals. It is one of the most nourishing teas out there. It is a DHT blocker. So androgens cause acne. DHT is the active androgen that actually resides in the skin, blocks the pore, causes excess cellular production on the skin, and nettle leaf blocks it. So that's amazing. And it's also a diuretic, which means it flushes away toxins. So it helps to cleanse the body as well. And with the nettle tea, a 6-month study with 620 patients showed that nettle blocked DHT. So it has some really good research behind it too. So spearmint, holy basil, nettle. These are my 3 favorite, and I just can't live without them. The next one is green tea. Green tea is an acne powerhouse. It has tons of antioxidants in it, and it has a polyphenol in it called epigallocatechin 3-gallate, also known as EGCG. And EGCG really is powerful. It reduces inflammation in the body, it reduces insulin levels, and it balances hormones. And it has also shown, when used topically, to reduce acne lesions by almost 50%. So, green tea is amazing. The one thing I have to say about green tea is, if you have acne caused by stress, so your adrenals are really stressed, and again, you know that because you have high DHEAS levels when you look at your lab work. You're also just super stressed out. You may have difficulty sleeping, anxiety, a little wired. Be really careful about the caffeine in green tea. I drank green tea for years. I also had insomnia for years. And, I'm not saying that the green tea caused my insomnia, but once I did stop it, I noticed my sleep got a little bit better. just because of the caffeine in green tea. So you may want to opt for a decaffeinated green tea if you're kind of an anxious person. So I don't really drink green tea that much anymore. I prefer the holy basil and the spearmint and the nettle, but green tea is completely amazing. Another herbal tea that I love is chamomile, and because I've had so many issues sleeping in the past, when I'm out at a restaurant and everybody else is having coffee, I'll have a chamomile tea because it's generally available. I mean, most restaurants don't serve Tulsi tea or spearmint tea unless it's like a really cool, amazing restaurant. And if you know of that restaurant, let me know because I want to go there, but I don't know any restaurants that do. So chamomile is my go-to tea when I'm out on the town having a great time. I'll just have a cup of chamomile tea. Oh my God. I know, I'm such a geek. So, and then there's one other beverage that I really enjoy, and it's not really a tea, it's an instant beverage, but the main ingredient in it is dandelion. It's called Dandy Blend, and it actually, to me, it tastes like a little cup of coffee. But again, that's because I'm not a coffee drinker. And dandelion is amazing because it helps the liver detoxify the body. And the liver, in many acne patients, does not work efficiently. So the body is not detoxifying as well as it could. So adding a little bit of like liver herb into your body, such as a dandelion, is great to just help the body detoxify a little bit. So, and the Dandy Blend, I will usually like really go insane and add it to some almond milk, maybe a bit of stevia. And if it's really hot out, I'll put it in a blender with lots of ice and kind of make my own iced coffee, which I find really delicious. So there you have it. Those are my favorite teas for acne. We have, to review, we have the holy basil, we have the spearmint tea, we have the nettle tea, we have the green tea and the chamomile tea, and then we also have the Dandy Blend. So I think if you want beverage options and you have acne, these are some great herbal teas. If you have any questions about this at all, be sure to, send me a message or post a comment on this video. I'm always really happy to answer any questions. And for more information, check out my website at naturopathicbeauty.com. And you can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook because every day I'm giving some great tips to help you keep your skin clear. So I hope the weather wherever you are is super hot, that you're just really having a good time, relaxing and enjoying the summer. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.